everyone, my name is Mary, and today I'm going to go ahead and let you know that there really is a planet that is different from this here that men are from, and we have proof. Now that I got your attention, I'm going to explain to you the difference between men and women and how they communicate. It really is scientific, and also it's psychological. First thing I want to say is I'm not here to say that men are slower than women, or like men go to Jupiter to get more stupider, or anything like that. I'm just here to give you facts. So the very first thing that I want to talk about is problem solving with men and women. When they surveyed 25 men and 25 women, the same age, 24 years old, on how they completed a task, what they found is that women are more methodical. Women sit and they think about the different options that they can do. They also come up with different scenarios. Men think mathematically. So when a man opens a box from IKEA, he actually is not looking at the directions yet. He's looking at every single piece and he's guessing, like, oh, this piece is for this part and this piece is for that part, before he ever starts. Once he starts, he dives in and he puts it together. A woman will read the directions, and then they'll lay their pieces out, and then they will methodically put it together. Does that make sense? Good. So now when we're looking at men and women and how they solve or handle an emergency situation, we're going to talk about hormones. Because men and women, when they're in a problem situation, their brain starts to fire off hormones. Now, I'm going to need somebody from the audience to come up and be my person. Yes, thank you. Abria, thank you. So when you look at the brain of a female when she is in an emergency situation, and you were to look, you would see that her whole brain is filled with what would look like fire rockets of hormone. In every single lobe of her brain, there's hormone just flashing and flying throughout. These hormones are causing thought patterns, fear, they're causing scenarios, and she is going to obviously jump into action. However, she sorts through these things before she acts. A male, on the other hand, ponytail, all of his hormones sits in this back part of his brain, and it just sits there. And what it's doing is it is making a calm, rational decision. There's no hormonal. The only thing that there is what is called gonadal gland, and that is what we would know as our gonad. I thought that wasn't real, but it's really real. And that is what causes a man to act spontaneously and quickly through a thought process. Thank you. Now, when we look at more of a relationship issue, how are we going to handle a relationship as a man and a woman? A man wants to fix a problem. He wants to come up with answers. A woman wants to discuss the problem. Not that that's a negative, but women work through things verbally, whereas men quickly find an answer. Here's a good example. Woman says that the things on her important stuff is missing. She put them somewhere and they're missing. Immediately, the man will say, we need to put it in a better place, because he is solving the problem. The woman is going to then again say, well, why did somebody move my things? We need to figure out why somebody's moving my things. And the man again will start to look for a safer place to put belongings versus to discuss how it happened, why it happened, and how we can keep it from ever happening again. Those two answers are not wrong. The woman is coming up with her answer, but she's processing everything out loud, whereas a man is going to fix the problem and then later process everything. He'll come to the same conclusion, however, he's going to solve it in a different order. So as you see, men and women can do things, they go about them differently, they can come up with the same exact answer, it's just gonna be at a different speed, a different pace. They can both be right, they can both be just as fast. However, it has to be trained on a woman's speed, and for a man, in order for him to understand how a woman thinks, he's gotta definitely think like a woman, and a woman has to think like a man in order to understand that. And so, I possibly just ruined your next argument because I'm telling you today, you'll never see things the same way. Thank you.